All right, guys, this is a non-spoiler review for the Disney remake of Snow White. It is directed by Marc Webb. It stars Rachel Zegler and, of course, Gal Gadot as the Wicked Queen, with Rachel Zegler obviously playing Snow White. Okay, so the predictable reactions from the audience on my out of the theater reaction was, you guys didn't disappoint. I knew it. If I hated the movie, I was going to be called a chauvinistic racist pig who didn't get it and is just going full on right wing. If I thought it was down the middle, I was going to get, oh, come on, just don't be afraid to say it. And if I thought it was decent, I'd be called a shill who needs to wear mouse ears. Well, you didn't disappoint. I even got that exact comment. So thanks a lot. Bring it on. Let's do it. The movie is fine at best. Now, I was expecting a complete shitfest, to be honest with you. I just thought it was going to be horrendous. I thought they did a lot of reshoots because there were things that they said about what they were going to do with the movie. And I said, oh, why are they doing that? And they said, oh, they're going to abandon the love story. They didn't abandon the love story. It's in there. There's a love story. Now, did they change some things about it? Yeah, it's going to piss some people off. There is no world where if you're coming into this movie angry and you hate it and you want no one to see this movie is not going to go, well, look, it was good. I changed my mind. Don't go see it because you're not going to like it. There's no way you're going to do it. Now, we're not talking about, I happen to be very vocal on my show. I think that Rachel Zegler did this movie a huge disservice from the things that she said in her interviews. I think I think the PR team could have handled it better. They have to make sure that they know what their stars are saying. There are a lot of controversy that are going to hurt this movie. And I think that Rachel Zegler said some some things that she just shouldn't have said. But we're talking about the movie itself. The movie itself, do they explain, is it different from, because Snow White, everyone's going to go, well, skin as fair as snow, as white as snow. Well, they address why. Obviously, it's a Latina actress playing. And like I said in the beginning, going to piss some of you off as far as why. Others are going to go, okay, well, that's the story they're telling. I'm strapping in or I'm not. And they get into her origin story. And what they do, I thought, well, for a remake is that they are able to do what they did in Cinderella. They give you a little bit more to the original backstory as far as why Snow White is in the castle in the first place. What is she doing there? Who is she? What's her mission? What's her relationship to the evil queen? How does the evil queen get there? And that is set up, I think, fairly well. Now, the evil queen, as much as people really give Gal Gadot in general a hard time, with her acting, and I normally don't. I think she is miscast in this role. I don't think she works in this role. I think she is overcooking it in this role. I think she can sing, and those parts of it. And it's not a spoiler because Snow White. She's good as the old lady, but the other stuff, it's some of the times when she's being mean and screaming, it's almost laughable. There were a couple of in the theater when she was doing. Rachel Zegler, she does encompass what the kind of softness of Snow White. I know that I was worried about it. Other people were like, well, she said she's going to be this kind of warrior and do this. And we already saw that with the Kristen Stewart version of it. What are we getting here? And it's not. She just has a particular mission. Again, some of the stuff and some of the story is changed. I think there were some moments that they changed that I thought worked for the story. There were other times I was like, well, that wasn't necessary. The movie is a little too long. They could have cut a bunch of things out. And I'll tell you, one of the things, there are bandits in this movie. And I'm pretty sure this is what I think happened. I think that the bandits were the actual dwarves originally. And I think after the backlash that happened, I think they turned them into bandits because they really focus more so on the CGI dwarves, which the CGI dwarves to me looked like a better version of what they did with the Polar Express. At first, it's jarring. Some of the CGI looks more animated than it doesn't necessarily fit into the live world setting, but then you start to get used to it a little bit more. But I thought that then they try to really make the dwarves look like the Disney dwarves that we know, the happy, sleepy, and of course, grumpy, and bash, all of them, and dopey. Dopey was always the one that had a little bit, I think, that always stood out. In the previous versions, they focus on him. I wish they would have focused on the dwarves a little bit more. The stuff that they do with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs are great, but they should have stayed there. If they'd They go off at one moment. Like I said, they could have trimmed some stuff down, I think. And that to me would have been, you get a little bit more reveals and a little bit more satisfaction with some of the things that happen by the end of the movie. I think the first half is stronger than the second half. I think that the love story works fine. It's a little forced, to be honest, but at least they have it. They do certain things that I was like, okay, they're gonna do this because of, and they're gonna take this away from the original tale, and they didn't do that. They stuck with it. There are some things that you are gonna roll your eyes and go, wait a minute, I don't know. But the question is, and this is the overall thing. Like I said, if you, everyone's already, like I said in the out of theater reaction, it was about as predictable goes. This thing is just, it's going to be a time bomb for anybody. You say one positive thing about it, people are going to lose their minds about it. You say one negative thing about it, you're going to be, you know, you're a right wing lunatic. If you say, oh my gosh, Rachel Zegler can sing, well, then you must have voted for this person because you're a left wing lunatic. It's turned ultra political, and it's unfortunate because this movie itself can be taken in by families and especially children. Like what I was thinking, well, I thought two things. When I was watching, I was like, will my 7-year-old enjoy this? And the answer was 100% she will enjoy this. She'll enjoy the musical. She'll enjoy the new songs. She'll enjoy the dwarves. She'll enjoy Snow White. She's not paying attention to Twitter and other things. So she'll enjoy it. Second question I asked myself, will I be taking her to this movie, and do I want to sit through this again and watch it? And the answer is not really. I probably will wait till Disney Plus. I think it is a very satisfying remake, but it's not something I'm like, oh, you got to go see Snow White. It was so good. Someone asked me last night, they're like, what did you think of Snow White? So it was fine. The remake, for what it was fine. I thought Marc Webb did a good job of taking some of the older things, the story itself, and moving it. I do think there were tons of changes because you can tell. Like I said, I think the bandits are absolutely not necessary in this movie. I really, truly believe that they were the 7 dwarves. And then after everyone was like, no, what the hell is this? Who are those people? What are we doing here? They said, this isn't going to work very well because there's stories with them that seem to be so cut. And you're like, I don't care about these people. You didn't develop that at all. Why do I care about them? And that's why I thought more of that time could have been set on the dwarves. But music is decent. Some of the new songs are pretty good. I thought the songs were where I didn't necessarily like the new songs in Moana 2. There were some of the songs here that work. You could tell what they were trying to do. It's almost like when Broadway takes something like The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast and puts it to the stage. This seems like they're like, okay, this, as if this was a stage play. Let's do that, because some of the sets look very set-ish and don't feel like they're in the actual world. It seems like it's, or actual, or don't seem as real. It seems more like a fantasy, almost like popped into animation. Didn't love the Huntsman. Was hoping to love the Huntsman. When I saw him, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be good. It wasn't the best. There were some performances that were some that were really good. But overall, what am I going to give this movie? I would go, for what it does as a remake, I'll go 3 out of 5, 7 out of 10. Same thing for Snow White and the 7 Dwarves. Go ahead. Have the best time of your life in the comments. Like I said, if because I guess if the Huntsman was played by a black gentleman. So if I didn't like the Huntsman, you want to call me a racist, go ahead. Have the best time of your life. Do that. I liked Rachel Zegler singing, so I am a left-wing shill, I guess, if that's the case. What else? So I didn't like, what else didn't I like? I didn't like the bandits. So I must be a right-wing propaganda person. Whatever you want, throw it in there. If it's therapy for you, you gotta let it loose. I get it. I understand. Put your thoughts in there. So, oh, you're a paid shill. Disney pays your bills. On the contrary, you pay my bills when you comment. Whether you call me a shill, you call me whatever you will. You put those comments in there, it helps the algorithm. People go in there. So go ahead. Have the best time of your life. Call me whatever you want to call me. Get those comments going. You want to clip some stuff out, do it. Get people over here to do whatever you want to do. Click the like button, click the dislike button, whatever you want to do. It gets people talking about this review. That's how I get paid. Can't get paid by anybody else telling you to go see a movie. Because if you that doesn't make sense, that's not what they do. However, you want to tell me I wear mouse ears and I jump around like this? Hey, do it. Like I said, helps the algorithm. So when you write, hey, who's paying your bills, Disney? No. Smell my ass, Johnson 73. You are. So thank you. And I appreciate it. Anybody else? Put your thoughts in there. What do you think? Are you going to see Snow White? Are you not going to see Snow White? Let me hear what you think. Thank you for being here so much. We got so much stuff coming out on the channel. We got movie reactions, live shows that we do every day. We have interviews, out of the theater reactions. We have it all. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And be nice to each other. Yeah, right. See ya. Springtime and spring cleaning is coming. It's happening in my house. We're getting rid of old toys and other things too. And, well, giving them away to places. But things you just don't need. You start moving them away. And I'm excited to get rid of all the old deodorants that I've had. Gonski. Because as I've been telling you forever, I use Mando. I love Mando. I've been using Mando whole body deodorant, and it's just a game changer. They are the founders of Lumi. Mando whole body deodorant is helping men conquer their odor in a new way. I like it because it's natural, makes me feel good. It's noticeable that it's working. And that is exactly why I love them. You can use them on anything. It doesn't matter what your pits, your arms, your legs, your nuts, everything. It's the best. Hey, you get stinky nuts? Not anymore? Use Mando. It'll help. There's a special offer. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code and link. You got to use that code Kristian at shopmando.com. That is SHOP Mando.com. Love Mando. Really love Mando. Love using them. I would suggest using the bourbon one. There's so many different ones that work, so many different scents. So check them out. Browse on the site. Use that code. Mando. Hey, Mando.